producers. And I would say consumers also. And a pure market system is going to have no government involvement. This is a bad idea. This is an idea that runs off greed, which everybody, well, all religions anyway, say is a bad thing. We all know that it can lead to bad things. But it tends to work out pretty well. It kind of keeps people straight. It keeps things efficient. I got a little video clip to show you. I'm talking a little more than I normally do today. I get tired of my own voice, so I know y'all get tired of it. I'm trying to break this up. Check out this video clip. It's pretty short. This is it's probably the most influential economist of the last 50 years. His name's Milton Friedman. He won a Nobel Prize. He's got a little story about a pencil. And he's talking about capitalism and the free market system. What, Olivia? Yeah. It's like a 3-minute video, real short. That's the Twin Towers. You can't really see them.
Look at this lead pencil. There's not a single. No. Look at this lead pencil. There's not a single person in the world who could make this pencil. Remarkable?
Yeah, let it finish though.
You know, it comes from a tree that was cut down in the state of Washington. To cut down that tree, it took a saw. To make the saw, it took steel. To make the steel, it took iron ore. This black center, we call it lead, but it's really graphite, compressed graphite. I'm not sure where it comes from, but I think it comes from some mines in South America. This red top up here, the eraser, bit of rubber, probably comes from Malaya, where the rubber tree isn't even native. It was imported from South America by some businessmen with the help of the British government. This brass ferrule, I haven't the slightest idea where it came from, or the yellow paint, or the paint that made the black lines, or the glue that holds it together. Literally thousands of people cooperated to make this pencil. People who don't speak the same language, who practice different religions, who might hate one another if they ever met. When you go down to the store and buy this pencil, you are in effect trading a few minutes of your time for a few seconds.
Looks like he's holding his lip up.
What brought them together and induced them to cooperate to make this pencil? There was no commissar sending out orders from some central office. It was the magic of the price system, the impersonal operation of prices that brought them together and got them to cooperate to make this pencil so that you could have it for a trifling sum. That is why the operation of the free market is so essential, not only to promote productive efficiency, but even more, to foster harmony and peace among the peoples of the world.
So, did the government help out in making the pencils that you guys are writing with today?
Yes.
Oh. Not really. They did some things that probably made it easier. Okay? And we're going to talk about the role of government tomorrow. But most of the work, most of the legwork is done by people who are doing these jobs. Somebody is working in a mine trying to get iron ore out of a cave, right? To make the steel for the saw to cut down the tree, right? Everybody's working to get money. Everybody's working out of greed, and yet everything kind of works out on its own to make the pencil. Friedman called it the magic of the price system. Who's this guy? You know that guy? He had a very good idea, that guy.
What's going on?
Kid can't walk very good, so his shoes scuffed. This guy is Karl Marx.
Does that dude actually had communism?
Yes. Karl Marx had a wonderful idea. I think this was a good idea. I think this is a really good idea. He said,
Why is Marx face?
that is kind of a straight. He does have some interesting facial hair there. Now listen to this thing. This is Marx's thing. My favorite line from Marx. Let's see if I get it right. I want to do it justice. From each according to his ability, to each according to their need. I'll say that one more time. From each according to their ability, to each according to their need. So he said, everybody should do what they can. Everybody in here should do what they're capable of doing. Some people are capable of more. Some people were blessed with speed and intelligence, like Joe over here. So he's capable of doing more. We should all do what we can, right? And then look around and see who needs the most. And then people should get, if they need more, then they should get stuff. They should get more. Which is a wonderful idea. Does it work so well in practice? Nobody's been able to figure out how to make it work yet. But that was his thing. And that brings us to command system communism. Communism, pure communism is over here. Who runs the show on the wall over here? Starts with a G.
Government.
It's government, very good. There's no pure examples of, and interestingly, we'll see this soon enough, the countries that are closer to command system communism, if they're way over here, they tend to have real low standards of living. Lots of poverty in these countries. Countries that are closest are Cuba, Iran, North Korea. And since it's all over the news here lately, let's add another one that's pretty close to communism. I just had never put it because it's so small. What is it? Libya. Let's add Libya. I think they have just about kicked Gaddafi out. He was the longest running dictator in history up until this week. He ran the show there for a long time. Held out longer than Castro. Castro ran Cuba for a long, long time. Kim Jong-il has been in North Korea for a long time, but Gaddafi's been in there longer than any of them. But he's out now. Who controls the factors of production?
Government.
Government. Who answers the three questions?
Government.
Government. Because the government answers these questions, the government runs the show, we call it central planning. Okay? So if our country was a communist country, where would the planning be taking place? Where would most of the planning be taking place? Like where geographically?
Washington, D.C.
In Washington, D.C. Yeah.